Okay, Coach, you know, the folks in the Dog Pound, they live for games like this. Snowy conditions here at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And look at this. Right away, a loose football.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
52.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Harold Landry able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Murray now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Now a handoff here to his running back. 13 yards, 1st down Packers. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving. They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And a catch made by Johnson. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. They'll run for the 1st time with Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down or more. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Duke Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to a strike first here on their opening drive. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And his throw is incomplete. The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target. And it'll bring up 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
Let's go, defense.
1st down, Murray. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Denzel Perryman. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. If they can't come up with something here, they're looking at a quick 3 and out.
Well, guess what? You get the ball in the hands of your best player to his favorite play and try and salvage something out of this drive. Now, of course, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're thinking the exact same thing. So
he's got a man complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Murray. He'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. Murray going to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, The back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 17-yard line. Murray going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts? And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Call that a 96-yard house call on the kick return, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, boys.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it. What people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Murray now. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray. Steps away to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Here we go. Sevens and Mike. Mike's left.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Let's go.
Deshaun Hamilton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. Shreds the tackle. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They run. It's Gurley. Space to maneuver at the 40. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Big series right here. So we got red 80. He's coming. He's coming.
Darnold from the gun. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. There he goes, right side. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Well, when both guys went up for the ball, I just thought, who's going to come down with it? I didn't think he'd come down with it and then take it all the way for a touchdown.
That's battling, isn't it? Because normally, if both guys go up for it and come down with it, the tie goes to the offense. The defensive player didn't want it to be a tie at all. He wanted a little bit more, took it, and went the other direction.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
Side. 58. 58 for Mike. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check 3. Check 3. The lady.
Fresh off the pick 6, it's Darnold. He's going to let this one go deep. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Geronimo Allison, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that could alter my strategy and potentially give me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing now is Murray. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. And to give this time to the tailback. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. A final shot before half from Murray. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway.
Let's go, baby.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And an alley to run. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. To throw is Murray. Dancing to his left. And his throw here is incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Rush in.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he spins through. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the gun on third down, Murray. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Watts. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Duke Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, Echo, you ain't going nowhere.
Darnold now to throw. And that will be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. And they are going for it. Darnold. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. And he'll give it here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Now Murray off play action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the 1st down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. Now Murray. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Checking things elsewhere. 3rd quarter now from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's Gurley. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Tough day, tough sledding right there. And it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Gurley again here on first down. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Harold Landry in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Now Darnold. Green brings it in. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
By 52, hey, Delta. Watch the run, watch the run. Baby, that's a baby shot.
They snap it, they're going for it. Here's Darnold. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. The 40, the 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. A great play there. 89 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. The extra point up and good. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
On 1st down, Darnold. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. You know, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one of my lifetime, I think, is got to be. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. A post to the tight end for 6. Gosh, those guys are so tough to cover, aren't they? Just in general, tight ends running those patterns near the goal line.
Because you have to decide how you want to treat them. Are they a wide receiver? Are they a big extra blocker on the field? Or are they a hybrid and caught in between? So are you going to use a linebacker? Are you going to use a safety? Are you going to even move a corner in if you're going to play nickel or dime defense? They usually win those matchups because they have an answer to all 3 of those positions.
Well, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC Championship game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
Chandler Jones, a former All-Pro, in on the tackle.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down.
But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Packers, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home. And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Carolina Panthers. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Uptown Charlotte. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Here we go. 120.
Here we go.
Hang in there now. What's that?
They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down. These two teams squaring off here in week one. You might remember they used to be in that old NFC West division together from 1995 to 2001. The Falcons, Saints, and 49ers were also in there with the Rams and Panthers. And the Panthers recently, they dominated this series. They've won 6 of the last 7 against the Rams. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. Got a man, Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Wentz now on first down. Catch made by Slayton. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Rams' 33-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On play action, it's Wentz. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. This is Darrell Henderson, the rookie 3rd-rounder. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Here we go. 180!
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
They'll run here with Ingram. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Watch Mike. Watch QB jump. Watch QB jump.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 13. Darnold, open man is Kirk, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Lady. Couple.
Darnold on third down. Hard throw, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On the return, it's James. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. So the face mask gets him a free 15 to start the drive.
Single.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. That'll net 7 yards on the ground, but it'll leave them with a healthy distance still to go on third down. Getting the sense Charles are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And from down in Miami, an update. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get them about 5 yards. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Darnold. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs. They're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Check 3.
Kamara trying to right side. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Check 50. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day on offense. It's going to be a long day. Young Mike 52, young lady.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Jannard Avery in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Wentz now to throw. Able to shake him off. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Now Wentz. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Working from the gun, Wentz. That's caught by Howard and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
At the Rams' 10-yard line.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
It's our time.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Darrell Henderson, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Gets fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. To throw again on second down. Darnold, that's going to be caught by Kirk. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Open man, it's Allen. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
At the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second.
On second and a yard, Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
The Rams on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Trey Boston up to make the tackle.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Throwing on second down, Darnold. And Darnold, he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. A pass there complete to Sutton. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Ingram's got the first down and more. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Mark Ingram. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Darnold. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. It's going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Wentz. This one complete to Ingram. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Let's go.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
They run it again with Kamara. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. Hey, we got 3 down. 3 down. Check.
Go, lady.
Check.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Sunday.
Check 26, check 26.
Wentz going to throw. That's complete to Slayton. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
5-yard gain on the play. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Here's Wentz to throw. And it's caught. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. From a yard out. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need
the Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Von Miller picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll run. This is Kamara. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Red 80. 51's the mic. 51's the mic.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, Darnold. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Back to throw, Darnold. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, Zoo.
Mike 51.
Darnold to throw again. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 35. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Jarrell Casey with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Another try after the 1st down sack. Darnold. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. Touchdown, L.A. Tyler Higbee, 36 yards. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. Nick Folk for the point after. Now that shaves a bit off the lead. It's now a 23-point game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Watch tight end. Hey, 4 down.
Ingram again. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by John Johnson. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Check 37.
After the interception, here's Darnold. He'll buy some time right, and he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got bounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
4 down, check, 4 down.
Hey, Alpha.
Darnold from the gun. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Von Miller in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point.
Mike 51.
On 4th down, Darnold. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. So a jump there defensively.
It's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
To throw is Darnold. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Cameron Jordan able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Right here, guys.
Here's Darnold. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from Alabama, Mack Wilson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. That turnover might just about do it. Here, fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. And Jeffrey's got it. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Wentz on target there to Jeffrey. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
He'll run it, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. It's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
You don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
Now Ingram, he's been busy today. Ingram churning. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Cameron Jordan, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now it's Darnold. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and a mile. Darnold. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 37. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 2nd and 10, Darnold. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he's going to let it go deep. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And, boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone.
Here we go. 180. Tyson. Blue draw Corker.
On 1st down, it's Ingram. He will push his way down to about the 14. Robert Nkemdiche, the one to bring him down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down now, it's Henderson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing is Wentz. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Robert Nkemdiche able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Here we go. 180. You don't see me in your nightmares.
They'll keep it on the ground. Ingram. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.